Both sets of my grandparents vacationed in Ogunquit. My parents met in high school there and started dating, actually on Ogunquit Beach. And then, of course, we just fell in love with the area. And as the girls grew up and they had more friends that they wanted to share Maine with, because it's so beautiful, we ended up building a house right next door to my parents. And so now we spend every summer together as much time as possible.
When her daughter's school in Atlanta went remote, Allison Hill drove her family up to Maine and ended up staying for 5 months in her Gunquit home.
My two daughters that were there, and then my three nieces moved in with us, and they're all best friends. And we thought, well, it won't be as lonely to quarantine if they all have each other.
At mealtime, there were a lot of mouths to feed, but that gave Allison, who loves to cook, an idea.
Every night, 5, 6 o'clock, they're buzzing around my office like, what's for dinner, Auntie Allison? At the same time as we were spending every meal together, you couldn't help but see the news of what was happening, from the famous drone photo from the San Antonio Food Bank to just all of the inequities that were happening. And we all were like, what can we do to help? Like, we feel so trapped. And so then it kind of organically came up, why don't we just start documenting every favorite food item that we make and we share together as a family. And then if we can put enough together to make a cookbook, then we could donate the proceeds to Feeding America.
That's exactly what they did. While Allison did most of the cooking, her 16-year-old daughter, Christina, got out her camera. So, Christina, you were the head food stylist. Do you have any experience shooting food? Because these pictures are beautiful and they look really professional.
Thank you. No, I don't have any photography or food photography, no experience at all. I kind of got better as time went on. You get used to like kind of what looks good and what doesn't look good, but definitely a lot of trial and error.
We ate the food when we were done, so it wasn't like fake styling with like different, fake coloring or anything like that. So I thought she did a really good job, and her sister and cousins did a really good job of just making it look delicious.
It's called Feeding Family, Feeding America. 100% of the proceeds go to the hunger relief organization Feeding America.
For each book purchased, that contributes 100 meals. So to think that 100, young kids could be served from one book, it's just unbelievable.
I love that this is easy, foolproof recipes, and it all looks beautiful. We see your perfectly cooked filet mignon, your caramel watermelon ice cream. We see all the beautiful products, but what don't we see? What didn't work out?
Even just for the turkey burger that did make the book, there was at least 10 different variations, where they fall apart on the grill, or it was, too much of one ingredient over another. So definitely there was a lot of codifying to certain recipes more than others, but we tried to make it so that it could be easy and foolproof.
My mom never writes down recipes. So I think like the hardest part was she had to actually figure out what she puts in these meals, because like every day almost she cooks up dinner by just throwing things in a pan and it's really good, but then she doesn't know what she did and we'll ask for it again and she's like, I don't know how I made it. So that was one thing that took kind of a while, was trying to figure out like how to make the recipe easy and how to figure out what I did to make it taste so good.
If food is a love language, this family bond is strong. Extended family members lend their favorite recipes to the cookbook for the good cause. But as a mother, watching her daughters and nieces work to help others really made it all worth it.
I think when we started the project, in theory, it sounded great to help others. It was fun. We were laughing and giggling, trying to name things. People are making fun of my names in particular. And I don't know if it fully sunk in, how much they're helping others, but I know there was a sliver of it there. But as each day has passed by, and I think just seeing their pride of, yeah, it really was not fun to have prom canceled and graduation canceled and not see my friends and all of these things. But to know that some good and the hidden blessings from, the bad things that were going on, I see them all as very proud of what they've done.
And now, Christina, you can't see the people that you're helping. You'll never meet them most likely. But what has this project felt like for you?
Even though we were all sad and upset about like selfishly like what was happening with us, we were not concerned about not having food because of COVID or anything like that. So it's nice knowing that we could turn something we enjoy and something we find really fun, like cooking and spending time together, and turn it into something that's good for other people who need it.